Despite their questionable origins, LEGO makes some pretty amazing sets. However, they're far from perfect, and I'm going to attempt to fix some of their designs in this video. So set down your Kool-Aid and join me for a video that's bound to get some dislikes. As I boot up my state-of-the-art editing program and connect to the World Wide Web, I'll mention that these are merely my opinions on how to improve some LEGO sets. Feel free to let me know how wrong I am in the comments and how you would have done it differently. First off, we have the great Half Pyramid of Giza. I think this is a pretty good looking set and is actually reasonably priced considering it's in the architecture theme. However, I think LEGO made a big blunder on this one. I looked for quite a while on MapQuest, I just couldn't find any half pyramids in Egypt. I'm guessing LEGO did a Close Encounters of the Third Kind mistake and just looked at pictures from the front, not even realizing that there's actually a backside.
Next time try sculpturing.
Well, that's an understandable mistake and pretty easy to remedy. Just add another half pyramid to it. Yes, you could buy two sets and connect them back to back, but that would also add another river on the backside, and I'm pretty sure the pyramids don't have moats. Just include the full pyramid from the get-go and maybe charge $150. Next we have the Lion's Night Castle, which has been largely praised by everyone. Now, I didn't grow up with the castle theme, so those of you wearing nostalgia glasses will likely disagree with me, but I just don't see $400 worth of value here. $400 is a lot of money. That's like half of a rent check or almost a tank of gas here in 2022. If you see that much value there, then that's great, but I'm thinking $350 tops, and I probably wouldn't spend more than $300 personally. The easiest way to lower that price point is to get rid of some minifigs, which I kind of just see as scenery anyway. Now, if you love minifigs, then maybe that's where you see that $400 value, but either way, 22 minifigs is a crazy amount. You obviously need the queen, but 9 knights seem excessive, so I could probably lose 4 or 5 of them. The wizard is unique, the skeleton's classic, and the troubadour boy goes great alongside that recent CMF one. I think I could lose one of the Forestman parents and the baker. I think the farmer goes with the cow, but whatever you do, don't get rid of that cute little lamb. And even though I'm Team Black Falcon, I think 2 is enough for this Monty Python homage. Although he definitely needs a couple of brown studs for coconuts. I don't know how they missed that.
Where'd you get the coconuts? We found them.
It could be carried by an African swallow.
Finally, this entry ramp sticks out like a sore thumb, so I'd definitely upgrade that to something like this one on Rebrickable, with some matching parapet walls and a studded ramp to attach the minifigs. Alright, now that I've lost half my viewers, let's fix the LBP Coaster. Not sure about that name though. Now, I love roller coasters, and these new tracks from LEGO are great. Back in the day, if you wanted a roller coaster, then K'NEX was pretty much your only choice. Also, I'm really glad that this first loop is an accurate teardrop shape. But this set is too expensive and way too tall. I mean, it's taller than Daily Bugle skyscraper. Can you imagine that in real life? Okay, to be fair, there are some really tall coasters in real life, but they're usually much more airy, and this one is just too dense with that lift tower, and it's just massive for a LEGO city. So if we lower the tower, we could knock off $100 from the price. Then turn $1 of those savings into some Danish nickels and add some more mass to those lightweight coaster cars so they can still make it through the loop. I think that should work, but let me know if I need to return my engineering degree on that one. Now, the Viking Ship looks amazing and is a great follow-up to the retro-themed Creator 3-in-1 series, following the pirate ship and castle. Although, those were only $100 each, so let's just get rid of that blue snake monster and drop the price to say $80. I'm sold. Next for today is the brand new motorized lighthouse. Now, I actually think this set looks pretty great, and the only thing I think looks off design-wise is the top with those garage pieces. It just looks a little tall to me, and I think I'd change those to some clear 1x2x5 bricks instead, assuming the rotating mechanism still fits. If not, the garage pieces could work if we just inset them a little. While the design is pretty spot on, this set seems to be the set that finally a lot of people, besides just myself, think is overpriced. Yeah, it has some big pieces and electronics, but $300 is a lot for the subject matter, and many are not seeing the value there. I could see an argument for $250 with all that's included, but I don't think I'd spend more than $200 on a lighthouse for my city. My first thought is to rip out all those fancy electronics that retail for $62, because I probably would rarely use them after the initial build anyway. However, I realize that a fancy lighthouse without a light is pretty lame, so I would keep the lights, but including the recently retired smaller battery box and lights would have been a much better fit. Then the turning mechanism could have just been a hand crank with the ability to add on a motor later if you wanted. Kind of like how they do with many of the ride sets. Although then the name doesn't work, so... Oh yeah, there we go. Also, did I just find the real lighthouse that this set is based on? Then we have the Daily Bugle. It looks great, but the scale is just way off. Those floors are way too tall and don't fit well with other buildings. And that's actually why I made a modification to the Bugle, converting it from 4 floors to 5. If that piques your interest, then you should definitely check out that video next.